What is meant by be it to see it, and the truth behind being it to see it to manifest. Hey, I'm Anthony Williams, and this is Mindset for Greatness TV. Remember, it's a paradigm shift. So, what is being it to see it? First, I'd like to take you back to when I joined the Marine Corps. Right? I got on the plane, we got on the bus. Then the drill instructors came on the bus and started yelling and screaming in our face, telling them, get on the other footprints. And they started getting up in our face and yelling and screaming and carrying on, right? And when you look at this, it might look crazy. But what they actually did was they were shocking us out of being a civilian. They were shocking us, bringing us into the reality that, hey, now you made a decision to be a Marine. And this is the moment of decision to decide. To decide mean, hey, I put all other things away, and this is what I'm deciding to be right now. Right? So it's to shock you into the new way of being. Right? So what do we do in Marine Corps boot camp? We learn how to march like a Marine. We learn how to talk like a Marine, how to run like a Marine, Marine Corps history, how to shoot like a Marine, how to crawl on the barbed wire while being shot at, and there's a bunch of different noises going on and confusion. So you know how to think during um, when there's noise and things going on that otherwise you would be like confused. You need to stay focused. And contrary to popular belief, you are not a Marine when you go to boot camp. You're not in the military when you go to any boot camp. As far as the Marine Corps boot camp, you are a Marine once you graduate from boot camp. Now, when my coach told me you have to be able to see it, it took me back to Marine Corps boot camp. So I went back and reverse engineered everything that happened in the Marine Corps, right? I started out with boot camp. What I came to realize was that boot camp is nothing but a high-powered, high-stress coaching program. And the drill instructors are our coaches. Now, they here to coach you into being a Marine. And when you graduate and become a Marine, then you'll be able to be a Marine and join the Marine Corps, right? But unless you pass that coaching program, you don't become a Marine. If you drop out, you don't become a Marine. Not everybody makes it through boot camp. Some people head on back home or stay a civilian because it's not for everyone. But once you decide that this is what you want and you have leverage on yourself, you're going to make it, right? This is why I tell you, you have to be it to see it. And what is meant by that is that it's just like in the Marine Corps. You have your default reality is the reality that was created by default that you live in right now. And you have an intended reality. This is the reality you want to go for. No, these two realities does not equal each other, right? You have an identity in the default reality, and you have an identity in the reality that you're going for, right? But these two identities does not equal each other. And therefore, when you go for what you want, you're going to hit a wall and you're going to bounce back. Because these two identities are in conflict with each other. The intended realities are conflict with the default reality identity, because this identity is not the same identity that has what you want, right? Like Einstein put it, the same level of thinking that brought you to where you're at is not the same level of thinking that's going to take you further, right? So the same ID that gives you what you have now is not the same ID identification that's going to take you to where you want to go, right? So you have to be it now. That's like in the Marine Corps, we have to become a Marine in the coaching program. We had to become a Marine while we were being coached, right? So after you be it here, then you can have what you want here. Now, what I say be it here, right? What am I talking about? You have to be the person who has this. Because if you're thinking when I reach here and become this person, I'm going to be totally different. No, this idea said, hey, no, I don't know if we're going to survive that. We have never done that before. And you're talking about, you want to kill me. This identity don't want to die. But if you can show this ID that it already has it, you already has it, right? Then you can go for what you want and you can have it once these two equal each other. Now, this ID right here has to become superconscious. It has to be superconscious because your superconscious identity does not care if you live on the beach, if you live in a mansion, if you're on the streets. It's just here to experience life. So there's no conflict. So once you become superconscious here, that I show you how to do in my coaching program, you just go straight to what you want and you get it. Now you can use your will and push all the way through and get this. But guess what? Once you relax, you're going to slingshot back and you're not going to have it. But if you become it now, then being that you're already it, there's no conflict. And you go straight to it, right? So this is what we're saying. This is what I'm saying. You have to be it to see it. In boot camp, we had to be a Marine to see the Marine Corps. In order to be a Marine, you had to be it in Marine Corps. You have to be it now so you can actually enter the Marine Corps. If you didn't become a Marine during that coaching program, then you will never see it. If you don't become what you want right now, and I'm not talking about faking it till you make it, I'm talking about actually being it now. We became Marines in boot camp. You have to become what you want right now, up here, right? You have to change the atmospheric conditions to change the climate in your body to grow the seed that you're planting, right? Once you become it now, you can grow the seed that you're planting, you go straight to it, right? Right now I have Unshakable Confidence program is what I'm pushing right now. The Unshakable Confidence is for females. If you can't speak up in the boardroom, if you can't talk in front of a crowd, can't talk in front of the camera, you can't speak up for yourself, and you need to do all these things to be either in corporate America or to own your own business, interact with other people, go to functions and interact with others. You need confidence. So I'm offering you Unshakable Confidence in my program. And then from there, we could branch out to anything else that you want to get. But I have an Unshakable Confidence program that's going on right now. But you have to be it to see it. And that's what I mean when I said you have to be it now. Because the two identities are going to conflict with each other. And you're not going to have it. Right? So be your best self. Anthony Williams, out.